Whenever I'm going to create a new Facebook ad, I always need a little bit of inspiration in order to, come up with something new or come up with something that could work. And one way I'm doing that is by doing competitor research. In other words, having a look at what my competitors or other people in the same industry are running ads for. So what kind of ads are they creating? What do they type? What kind of images do they use? What kind of videos do they use? And all those kind of things. So that's why in this video, I want to go into competitor research as a good way to inspire you by what kind of ads to actually run inside of your market or niche. Now, for starters, I want to stress out that you should not copy or steal anyone's ads or any work at all. That is illegal and also not ethical at all. So I want you to really understand that, like, you can use it as a source of inspiration, but never ever copy or steal someone else's work. Just don't do it. And secondly, something I'd like you to add into your daily routine, because like I've been doing this for a while and it just helps me a lot, is whenever I see an ad that stands out to me, that I think, hey, this is something, interesting or clever, or I think it's a good ad or it grabbed my attention, I click on the top right corner of the actual ad, the little dots that you see right here, and then I click on save link. And this way you'll find it, you can always go back to that ad later on inside your Facebook account. So if you go to facebook.com, your normal personal account, on the left hand side menu you'll find a button called saved, and there you'll find all your saved links or saved posts. And this way, because I've added this into my daily routine, I'm saving all kinds of ads that I think are useful. Now I just have a whole database of all the ads I've seen over the last month or months actually. So whenever I want to create a new ad, I just go there and I just scroll through and see if there's anything that sparks my imagination, and that's been a big help for me for sure. So in this video, I want to dive deeper into competitor research, like what to actually look for, and also what tools I'm actually using for this in order to find my competitors' ads. So first of all, things to notice. The first thing I look at whenever I see an ad from a competitor is the social stats. And what do I mean with that? I mean how many people have actually liked or commented on a certain ad. So right here you see an ad, and as you can see, there's only 2 people who have liked this post. While if I show you this example, over 4,000 people have liked this post. Now what does that tell me? It tells me that this advertiser, he was able to get 4,000 likes on this post, which means that he's been running this ad for a while. And normally speaking, there's no advertiser who's gonna run a Facebook advertisement for this long, to get this many likes without making a profit. I mean, if they're spending a lot of money on this to get all this reach and get a lot of people to actually see this, then definitely they're making money on it. In other words, it means that the ad is actually working, because that's what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking at this as a clue, like, is this ad running? Because not every ad you see on Facebook works, right? You may be seeing an ad that you think is pretty cool, but maybe you're gonna copy or imitate an ad, you're gonna imitate an ad that is not even remotely working. And that's why I always look at how many people have actually liked it, because the more people have liked and commented on it, the higher the chances are that the advertisement has been running for a while, which means the higher the chances are that it's actually profitable for them. So that's the first thing I always look at. Look at the social stats, and if that number is very high, then the higher it is, the better the actual ad is as an inspiration usually. Secondly, what I also look at, what's good to check out if you want to see why you are seeing a certain ad. So if you're seeing a certain ad, what you can do is, well, using the exact same menu as before, you can actually click on the button, why am I seeing this? And if you click there, Facebook will actually tell you why you are seeing that particular ad. Now, it doesn't reveal everything, but sometimes you can get some clues onto why you're seeing the ad. So I just made 3 screenshots of various examples that could happen. So in the top one, I clicked on this icon, and then why am I seeing this for a certain ad? And it tells me one reason you're seeing this ad is because they want to reach people who have visited your website or used one of their apps. In other words, the ad was a retargeting ad. I'm seeing it because I visited their site and they're just retargeting. Cool. This one, I checked it out for a second ad, is one reason you're seeing this ad is that they added you to a list of people they want to reach to Facebook. In other words, they have added my email address into a custom audience. So for example, using Connect Audience, you can do that. We'll get into all of that, how to do this as well later on in the course. But basically I'm on their email list or I'm on their customer list, and that is why I'm seeing those ads. And thirdly, and this is probably the most interesting one, but you can never really tell beforehand. You always have to click there and then why am I seeing this before you would actually find out. And that is one reason you're seeing this ad is that this advertiser wants to reach people interested in Tony Robbins based on activities such as liking page or clicking on ads. In other words, this advertisement, I was seeing this one because they are targeting the interest Tony Robbins. And if you're not sure what interest-based targeting is, don't worry, we'll get into that later on as well in another module. But that's sometimes that can give you a clue. Now this is not something I would check out for every ad. It's not something that is particularly like you have to do this right away, but it is good if you want to dive a little bit deeper and you're not sure why you're seeing a certain ad on your timeline. Now what's also while seeing all of these ads, while seeing someone else's ad, what I always look at is like, what are they doing? Like, what kind of image are they using? What kind of video are they using? Like, what kind of words are they using? Are they filming it outside? Is it just text on a screen? Like, what kind of hook do they have? Like, how did they grab the attention? What kind of landing page do they have after they click? And all these things, I just look at it, and it's not something that once again you have to just copy or whatever. Like, that's not the point. But the point is that by having a look and seeing what's working for others, once again, the more social stats, the higher the chance to actually work. That's just, it's a free course, it's a free lesson to see what's working inside of your market, inside of your niche. And that's why I think this is so important, because I can teach you everything about Facebook ads, but there's so many niches and so many markets out there. Obviously there's no way I could be an expert in all of those, and I'm not. Obviously I'm not. I know my way around Facebook ads, but I have no clue how to be a dentist or how to run a Facebook ads for a dentist. Like, that's different, right? And using this by having a good look on what kind of ads your competitors are running and which ones are working, it just, over time you'll see patterns and you'll see like, oh, hey, this ad is like, it's coming back every week, like it must be working. And like this, oh, apparently not working. Like, and that way over time you'll find it as an inspiration. Now, obviously you want to have a better way. You don't just want to wait for the ads to show up on your own timeline. So there's obviously ways to actually find that. Which brings me to the tools section. So there's various tools that I'm using, and while I'm recording this video, up until recently there were quite a few tools who were basically indexing and searching all the Facebook ads out there. Maybe not all of them, but at least a lot. But unfortunately Facebook does not allow that. Facebook does not allow a tool to actually scrape or automatically search for all the Facebook ads, which is why most of these tools, a lot of these tools, have been taken down. And even if they're not following the Facebook terms of service, which is why that's one of the reasons why I don't want to go into that. But also most of the tools that I've been using up until just recently, they've all been shut down by Facebook for this particular reason. So I want to go into the tools that you can use and will be able to use for a long time. So the first one is Ad Espresso Ad Example. So they have this cool interface where you can actually search for ads. And the reason why this is allowed by Facebook is because this is not something that they scraped or done automatically. They're actually adding these ads manually. And you might think, well, if it's manually, there's not many ads. Well, as you can see, there's actually, at the moment I'm shooting this video, over 87,000 ads. So there's definitely still a lot, and you can just enter your keywords right at the top to find ads and just be inspired to see what kind of ads are in there and just see if anything inspires for you. So this is definitely something I would add to your favorites and just check out every once in a while whenever you are creating an ad. Another good tool that I highly recommend you is a Google Chrome plugin called Turbo Ads Finder. And what it does, if you enable it, you'll find that in the top, you can just enable the switch. And on your Facebook timeline, you will not see anything except for Facebook ads. So you won't see your friends post, you will only see Facebook ads. Now, in case you're still wondering why you want to do that, go back and watch the previous part of this video, because like this is how I do it. I don't want to scroll to 20 posts and see 2 ads. I just want to go in there and I just want to see ads, because that is what I can learn from. And I don't do this every day, obviously. Like I still want to see my friends post, but this is something that helps a lot to find a lot of ads. And another trick, which is not as easy, but if you want to find ads for a particular Facebook advertiser, there is a trick which won't find all of the ads, but will find some, and that is simply to search on Google. So for example, you can search for site and then facebook.com/ whatever their username is. So I'll give you an example. You can even go deeper. So if I search for on Google site and then facebook.com/upviral/videos, it will find all kinds of videos. Now it doesn't show all the ads, but definitely some. So I already found a couple of them which are actually ads that Google has indexed. Now once again, you won't find all of them, but sometimes you can find some ads from a competitor that you wouldn't be able to find otherwise. And just good if you are looking for a specific competitor that you want to see what kind of ads they're running. And finally, in case you are, for example, looking at your own timeline to see what kind of ads you're seeing, but you don't like the ads that you're actually seeing, you're not interested in those things, it's not the right kind of ads, you could actually go to Facebook ad preferences at facebook.com/ads/preferences, and there you will see what Facebook thinks that you are interested in. And you can, if there's anything that you think you don't want to see ads about, you can just delete those preferences. So Facebook will know, all right, he's actually not interested in, for example, Bitcoin, right? And if you're not interested in Bitcoin, then they're not going to show those ads anymore, which means that there's a higher chance you are going to see the kind of ads that you are interested in, because that's the ads that you are into as well. So this is what my process is like, and overall it's more a ongoing process instead of just a one-time thing. So it's just something every single day I see an ad that I think, oh, that's pretty awesome and interesting, and I just save it. And this way I have a database of ads that are relevant for me, because in my business different ads are going to be relevant for me compared to your business. And that's why, just as a habit, I want you to save those ads as well. It will literally take you 1 or 2 seconds, and you can even do this on your mobile phone as well whenever you see an ad. And it's just an incredible way to build up a database of inspiration that you can use later on as well.